Fight commentary breakdowns.
What are you
I
watching?
have Rob here, and we're going to watch a Ramsey Dewey fight. Ramsey Dewey is a famous YouTuber. He does fight commentary kind of stuff, too. Ramsey's the bald Mormon dude.
And this is taking place where?
Somewhere in China.
Somewhere in
MMA
China.
match in China, yep. Ramsey's in a clinch.
Wow.
Ouch! You feel that?
Yeah, that guy's got tight strikes.
Yep. Ramsey's got the kicks. Got the jabs.
Yeah, doing a good job with that jab.
Yep.
He's got to pull it back faster, though.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
And then this one happens. You see, ouch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the guys, the way the guy's gloves were wrapped, apparently something about the wraps.
It's like a cast.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can the wrapping of the hands can be so tight that it's like you're hitting with a cast. you
Yeah.
know?
Something about, I believe it was the type of tape used or something.
Oh,
But you
man,
see, look at
that's
Ramsey.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he suffered a concussion, huh?
It looks like it. I mean, if he's getting his skull cracked, then he probably had a concussion too.
Dang,
But,
man.
yeah.
I wonder, did he have any sort of prior injury?
That I don't know. I just know that from the fight footage I've seen of Ramsey, as a younger person, he was very careless with his body. Like one time he cut 40 pounds in a few days. Like
Gotcha.
he did a lot of stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
potentially it weakened his body.
Yeah, because usually, I mean, the sort of like crown of your head, like if somebody punches to that directly on, it usually breaks their hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
if they hit the top of your head, like the very top of your
very
head,
top, like right
yeah,
up here.
not the crest, but like the very top, then it can produce a flash knockout. We saw that in the Chris Weidman fight with Jacare Souza. And it happened last night at UFC 232 as well. I can't remember who it was against, but it's very awkward. It's like only a few inches away versus someone's hand breaking versus someone getting knocked out.
Wow. Yeah, so low replay.
I mean, he's doing a really good job here, like with the jab, keeping the distance. But then this guy decides that he's just gonna like hunt him down.
Yeah.
That was kind of careless, but that's
Yep.
all right.
It was,
Yeah, it's brutal.
Boom.
Oh. it
So I don't
looked
know
like-
which punch it was. Was it the knockout punch or was it the punch afterwards? That
I think it looked like he was generating much more power from the standing position than when he was when your friend was on the ground.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not pretty, man. Rob and I were talking about it today, and I think the more we train and the more we know fighters, the more the whole sport of MMA kind of it almost gives us a different way of thinking about it. Like it really, really breaks our heart to see any fighter go down.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, I don't enjoy watching mixed martial arts. I enjoy technique. I appreciate like solid technique, but it's kind of emotionally taxing.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like, it's you just feel so incredibly bad. Even though somebody is victorious, it's still like, oh man, it's really like somebody put months and months into this, you know, and it's gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's just hard. It's hard for fighters, and it's hard for people that are close to them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it took me so long to watch this. I found this footage a while ago. One, Ramsey's my friend, and two, he gets hurt in this. It's like, and then I realized, okay, watching this with Rob would be perfect because we were just discussing about how, let's be honest, MMA is very barbaric, man. You got two people fighting, and you're basically, as an audience member, praying for brain damage. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's very strange because, like, I went to my first event in the audience last night. I've been to 2 previous UFC events, but always backstage. So I've never been seated in the bleachers before, and so this was the first time where I was like a spectator, and I realized I hate being a spectator. I do not like it at all. Now, training is a funny thing because, like, in training, you can go through a grueling process and still be like, oh, you know, I handled it, and you can feel the growth.
Yeah.
And so, but it's hard to imagine that somebody else is experiencing that growth after like a KO or whatever it may be, you know, and you're just, all you see is like the hurt, as opposed to what, you know, they might be overcoming something emotionally through that. Which, might be the silver lining, but at the same time, it's like there's a weird paradigm shift where you're okay with the pain on yourself, but you don't like for some reason you feel like objectively you can call it better for a friend.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to emphasize to all fans of Ramsey Dewey, everyone who watches my channel, I'm just showing this, not trying to make anyone look bad. I want to make sure that's known. This shows behind the whole glam and glitz and all that, there's real consequences to combat sports.
Oh, yeah. And, there's a bazillion, armchair warriors out there that will say, oh, well, I would have done this or I would have done that, or, take your head off the center line and all that sort of stuff. But unless you've actually sparred, heavy sparred, or you've stepped into a ring or a cage and actually performed live, then you don't know. You don't know. You can't relate. You know?
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
things change drastically when you get punched in the face.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a good message for 2019 for everyone. Go train, go learn self-defense, but take some of that energy, that destructive energy, just put it into training and try to be nice to your neighbors, etc., etc. If you can. Can't. It's a free country. Can't really prevent people from continuing being mean, etc.
Well, I heard something interesting the other day I thought was so interesting. It was like, if you want a completely free society, right, and you don't want censorship and all that sort of stuff, well, then it really falls on the individual to self-govern.
Yeah, to self-govern. Yeah.
If you want the freedom to do all good or all evil, well, then you have to self-govern yourself and have self-discipline to not do the evil.
Yeah, exactly. Or else, if you don't do that, then an arbitrary group of people will do it in your place to become the enforcers.
Right.
Exactly. So, guys, this was Fight Commentary Breakdowns, Jerry and Rob. And I will still do an interview with Ramsey Dewey. It's hard to interview into China because, they got the VPN. It's hard. They got the firewall. But I will be in China next year in May, so I'll try to meet up with Ramsey then. So either way, Ramsey and I will talk on this channel.
And actually, you're doing a talk at Sundance.
Yeah, that's right.
In
For those of you that are coming to Sundance or live in Utah or live in any of the surrounding areas, I will definitely do a meetup and we'll do some pondering / exploration of this YouTube process about social media, and we can talk about fight commentary.
Yeah.
So Rob will be there, of course, and you can meet both of us and anyone, seriously, anyone in the Utah area, anyone going to Sundance. Look up Sundance, and we'll find a day we can all meet up, do a little presentation / discussion about YouTube, about social media, about Facebook, about whatever, about MMA, UFC, fight commentary, Rob's documentary, heavyweights on Fabricio Verdum, etc.
Yep.
So, guys, talk to you soon.